What if the very thing you're taking to stay healthy is secretly putting your brain in grave danger? Imagine this. You go to sleep feeling perfectly fine and wake up unable to move your arm. Your words slurred, your world turned upside down. As a brain doctor, I've witnessed this nightmare far too often in older adults. And it's not because of lifestyle choices like smoking or a bad diet. It's because of something millions believe is helping them. Vitamins. Yes, you heard that right. Vitamins, asterisk every day. Countless seniors pop supplements hoping to safeguard their bones, boost their energy, or sharpen their memory. While many can be beneficial, some, especially in high doses or at the wrong time, can quietly, insidiously, threaten your brain. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on 5 common vitamins that could escalate your risk of stroke, brain bleeds, or dangerous blood pressure spikes, particularly during those vulnerable early morning hours. B6A or niacin. This video isn't just important, it might just save your life. Asterisk, before we dive in. I'm curious, have you ever paused to wonder if your vitamins could be doing more harm than good? Type 1 in the comments if you're intrigued to learn more, or 0 if this information is completely new to you. And if brain health is a priority for you or a loved one, hit that like button and subscribe to What to Eat Over 64 Honest. Science-backed tips tailored for older adults. Asterisk now. Let's start with the one that might shock you the most. Vitamin D. What you don't know about it could transform a peaceful night's sleep into a terrifying ordeal. Asterisk. Vitamin D, the bone helper. That can stiffen your arteries. Asterisk. You've probably heard glowing reports about vitamin D's benefits for your bones, mood, and even your immune system. All true, in moderation. But here's the critical detail most seniors are never told. Excessive vitamin D, especially when taken at night, can silently elevate your stroke risk. I've seen it firsthand. Asterisk, take Mr. Walter, a sharp, disciplined, 74-year-old retired Navy veteran. Every morning, he'd meticulously line up his supplements, including an over-the-counter 10,000 IU vitamin D capsule, convinced he was fortifying his bones. What he didn't realize was that this seemingly innocuous routine was steadily pushing his body towards a silent catastrophe. One morning, his wife found him disoriented, his speech slurred, his right arm limp. A stroke. Overnight, his lab results revealed dangerously high calcium levels, stiff arteries, and wildly fluctuating blood pressure. The culprit? Vitamin D toxicity. Asterisk when you consume high doses of vitamin D, particularly without medical supervision. It causes calcium to flood your bloodstream. Your body, overwhelmed, shunts this excess calcium into your arteries, making them rigid and narrow. And where does that lead? A direct path for a blood clot to your brain. As we age, our arteries naturally lose elasticity. Combine that with dehydration, poor sleep, and a nightly calcium surge, and you've created a perfect storm for a stroke. The most frightening part? No warning signs. You simply go to bed feeling fine and wake up with your life irreversibly altered. Asterisk many. Over-the-counter vitamin D supplements in the US contain far more than older adults actually need. We see 5,000 IU, 10,000 IU, with people thinking more is better. Yet studies indicate that even 2,000 IU daily might be excessive if you're not deficient. Let me be unequivocally clear. If you're taking vitamin D, especially alongside calcium or heart medications, it is absolutely essential to get your blood levels checked regularly and always take it in the morning, not before bed. Asterisk, do you know how many IS your supplement contains? Type D in the comments if you're currently taking vitamin D, and let's start a crucial conversation. If this insight has made you reconsider, please like this video to help others discover it too. Asterisk, vitamin E, the heart helper that can cause a brain bleed. Asterisk, if that surprised you. Just wait, the next vitamin is widely taken for heart health, but in older adults, it can precipitate something even more perilous than a clot, a brain bleed. Let's talk about vitamin E. Asterisk, often lauded as a heart helper. Vitamin E is a staple for many over 60, who add it to their routine hoping to support heart health, improve circulation, or even boost memory and skin. But here's the vital information conspicuously absent from the bottle label. Too much vitamin E. especially when combined with common heart medications, can dramatically heighten your risk of bleeding in the brain. Yes, even if you're meticulously following every other health guideline. Asterisk, I'll never forget Mrs. Evelyn Brooks. An 81-year-old retired librarian, sharp, witty, always with a book in hand. She had a heart valve issue and was on warfarin, a standard blood thinner. Her doctors closely monitored everything. Her blood work was perfect, her pressure stable. But one day she picked up a bottle of natural vitamin E, advertised in a magazine, 800 IU per capsule. I thought it would help my memory and circulation, she told me. 3 weeks later, she was rushed to the ER with a blinding headache, confusion, and vomiting. A brain scan revealed a hemorrhagic stroke bleeding inside the brain. Not from high blood pressure, not from a fall, but because the combination of warfarin and high-dose vitamin E had thinned her blood to a dangerous degree, allowing a fragile vessel in her brain to give way. Asterisk, what most people fail to grasp is that high-dose vitamin E acts as a natural anticoagulant, meaning it slows clotting. If you're already on aspirin, Plavix, or any blood thinner, and then add vitamin E, your risk of internal bleeding quietly escalates, particularly in the brain, where even a small bleed can rob you of your speech, memory, or mobility. The recommended daily intake for older adults is a mere 15 milligrams, or about 22 IU. Yet, most supplements on shelves contain 200, 400, even 1,000 IU per capsule. No warnings, no consultations, and many individuals take them daily for years. Asterisk, Mrs. Evelyn survived, but she now relies on a cane, and her short-term memory was never quite the same. Through tears, she confessed, "I just wanted to help myself. I didn't know I was doing harm." This is what truly breaks my heart, because she's not alone. So many seniors assume that because it's a vitamin, it must be safe. But the truth is, not every vitamin is safe, especially when you're on heart or blood pressure medications. You absolutely must consult your doctor before adding anything new to your regimen. Asterisk. Vitamin B6. The nerve support that can cause permanent nerve damage. Asterisk. If the idea of a brain bleed wasn't terrifying enough, there's another vitamin, often taken for nerve support and energy, that can quietly and sometimes permanently damage your nerves. Let's discuss vitamin B6. Asterisk, often touted as a nerve support or brain booster. Vitamin B6 is commonly found in supplements claiming to enhance energy, focus, or memory. Perhaps someone even suggested it's beneficial for aging nerves. But here's the crucial warning most seniors never receive. Too much vitamin B6 can actually damage your nerves, sometimes permanently. Asterisk, allow me to introduce Mr. Harold Jenkins, a 76-year-old retired truck driver from Kansas. He came to my office complaining of numb feet, tingling hands, and impaired balance. Initially, he dismissed it as just age. Then the falls started. First one, then another. The third time, he hit his head on the bathroom floor. When I reviewed his supplements, the problem immediately jumped out. He'd been taking a nerve support formula for over a year, with the label claiming it supported brain health and circulation, yet each tablet contained 100 milligrams of vitamin B6. And he was taking 2 tablets daily, a staggering 200 milligrams. Over 10 times the recommended safe upper limit for seniors. Asterisk, here's the terrifying part. Unlike some vitamins that are easily flushed out in urine, B6 accumulates in your system over time. In older adults, this buildup can damage the protective coating around your nerves, akin to stripping insulation from a wire. The consequences? Tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, tremors, and even confusion or memory issues. What's worse, the symptoms creep in slowly, often mistaken for arthritis, aging, or early dementia. But in reality, it could be B6 toxicity, slow, preventable form of nerve damage caused by a pill intended to help. And if not caught early, it can be permanent. Asterisk, Mr. Jenkins was fortunate. We stopped the supplement, and the damage didn't worsen, but he still requires a cane and no longer drives. He confessed, "I just wanted to protect my brain. I didn't realize I was poisoning it." Let's be clear, vitamin B6 is essential, but in very small quantities. Older adults only need about 2 to 10 milligrams per day, including what they get from food. However, many brain support pills sold online or in stores contain 50, 100, or even 200 milligrams. That's not just unnecessary, it's dangerous. Asterisk. So if you're taking any supplement that mentions nerve, brain, or energy, check the label, know your numbers. Type B6 in the comments if you've taken such a supplement or know someone who has. Asterisk. Vitamin A. The eyesight supporter that can mimic a stroke. Asterisk. You might be thinking, at least some vitamins like A must be safe. It's just for eyesight, right? Well, not exactly. Let's talk about vitamin A asterisk. Most older adults associate vitamin A with good eyesight. Perhaps you've taken it for your immune system, skin health, or because it's believed to promote graceful aging. But here's the critical information. Almost no one tells you, especially if you're over 60. Too much vitamin A doesn't just sit idly in your system, it accumulates. Over time, this buildup can increase pressure inside your skull, mimicking a stroke, damaging your vision, and even impacting your brain. Allow me to introduce Miss Dorothy Simmons, a 79-year-old retired piano teacher from Oregon. She adored music, taught students from her living room, and prided herself on her independence. But one day, she started experiencing headaches. Then, blurred vision, followed by dizziness and slurred speech. Her family feared the worst, a stroke. Yet her scans revealed something surprising: no clot, no bleeding. Instead, she had elevated intracranial pressure, too much pressure inside the brain. Her spinal fluid was backed up, and tiny veins in her brain were under immense stress. The cause? Vitamin A toxicity? She had been taking a high-dose skin and eye supplement for over 5 years, nearly 10,000 IU per day, every day. Without realizing the peril, asterisk, here's the crucial distinction: vitamin A is fat-soluble. This means your body stores it in your liver, tissues, and even your brain. It doesn't flush out like vitamin C or B vitamins. As we age, our liver function slows, so this buildup occurs even faster. Excessive vitamin A can lead to a condition called pseudotumor cerebri, or false brain tumor. The symptoms are alarming: headaches, blurred or double vision, dizziness, nausea, and even permanent vision loss or cognitive decline. The tricky part is that many multivitamins already contain the full recommended dose of vitamin A, but some people, like Ms. Dot, unknowingly double or triple that by adding skin, eye, or anti-aging formulas on top. Asterisk, the safe upper limit for seniors is roughly 2,500 to 3,000 IU per day, and that's only if needed under medical supervision. Yet many supplements sold online contain 5,000 IU, 10,000 IU, or even more. Taken daily for months or years, it's easy to see how the damage accumulates. Ms. is slowly recovering, but she now requires regular eye exams, pressure checks, and balance therapy. She told me, "I thought I was doing something good for my body. I never imagined it could hurt my brain." And that's why I share her story. It's not about instilling fear, but ensuring you have the facts to protect your health and independence. Asterisk. Niacin vitamin B3. The cholesterol helper that can spike your blood pressure. Asterisk, if you thought eyesight vitamins were risky, wait until you hear what happens when a vitamin intended for cholesterol and heart health suddenly sends your blood pressure soaring. Let's discuss niacin. It's also known as vitamin B3. Asterisk, niacin is often lauded as a natural way to lower cholesterol, and some doctors even prescribe it. You'll also find it in heart health supplements, energy drinks, and fortified cereals. But here's what's frequently omitted from the conversation, especially for older adults. High-dose niacin can quietly cause severe swings in your blood pressure and even trigger a stroke. Asterisk, allow me to introduce Mr. Frank Miller, an 82-year-old retired postman from Florida. He came to see me with a peculiar array of symptoms: hot flashes in his face, a pounding sensation in his chest, and intermittent dizziness every morning. His wife thought it was anxiety. His son blamed his blood pressure medication, but the true cause was something no one had thought to check. Frank had been taking an over-the-counter heart-healthy supplement. The front label declared supports Cholesterol and circulation. The back. 1,000 milligrams of niacin per serving. He was taking it twice a day, a staggering 2,000 milligrams daily. Over 60 times the amount most seniors truly need. Asterisk. Here's what happens when you take high doses of niacin. It causes your blood vessels to suddenly expand, leading to the familiar flush or warm sensation in your face. But shortly after, those same vessels snap back and constrict. This abrupt tightening can drastically raise your blood pressure, stress your heart, and reduce blood flow to your brain. Over time, this yo-yo effect is akin to repeatedly tapping a hammer on fragile glass. Eventually, something gives way. Asterisk. Frank experienced what's known as a transient ischemic attack, TIA, or a mini-stroke. His speech slurred for 2 minutes, then returned. He dismissed it as a fluke. I had to deliver the harsh truth. His daily supplement meant to help his heart was silently harming his brain, and he's not alone. Many seniors unknowingly take high-dose niacin, buying flush-free or extended-release versions online, believing them to be safer. But even these forms can still elevate blood pressure, trigger atrial fibrillation, and affect blood sugar levels. Asterisk, here's what you need to know. For older adults, anything above 50 milligrams of niacin per day should only be used under medical supervision. And if you have high blood pressure, heart rhythm issues, or are on medication, please check your labels. Frank is now off niacin and recovering with no permanent damage. But he told me something I won't forget. Doc, I thought I was doing everything right. I didn't know I was gambling with my brain. Real food, your brain's best defense now that we've explored 5 common vitamins. Each with the potential to silently harm your brain. You might be asking, what should I take instead? Or better yet, what should I eat? Let's talk about real food, the kind that protects your brain without the risks. Asterisk, you might be wondering, if these vitamins can be so risky, what's my alternative? It's an excellent question, because the truth is, your body wasn't designed to run on pills. It was built to thrive on real food, whole, natural, nutrient-rich food that your brain recognizes, absorbs, and utilizes in precisely the right amounts. Asterisk, let me tell you about Mrs. Margaret Wilson, a 73-year-old retired school principal from Arizona. When I first met her, she pulled out a drawer brimming with supplements. Vitamin D for bones, vitamin E for heart, B-complex for energy, niacin for cholesterol, a multivitamin, and several others for brain support. I'm doing everything right, Doc, she asserted. Yet she was experiencing morning dizziness, impaired balance, and persistently climbing blood pressure. Something wasn't adding up. Asterisk. So we did something radical. We cleared the clutter. One by one, we eliminated the pills and replaced them with food. No magic diet, no complicated program. Just simple, whole foods, consumed at the right time in the right combinations. Here's what her breakfast looked like. 1 boiled egg for clean protein. Half an avocado rich in healthy fats. A slice of whole grain toast for slow, steady energy. And a handful of blueberries bursting with brain protective antioxidants. And a glass of room temperature water to hydrate the brain. Sometimes she added a few walnuts or almonds. That's it. No powders, no pills, just real, recognizable, nourishing food. Asterisk. Within just a few weeks, Maggie noticed a profound difference. Her dizziness vanished, her blood pressure stabilized, her energy returned, and she told me her mind felt clearer than it had in years. Here's why it worked. Your brain needs hydration, healthy fats, consistent fuel, and micronutrients in their natural bioavailable form. It doesn't need megadoses. It needs balance. Asterisk, some of the best foods for older adults include leafy greens like spinach and kale, rich in folate and antioxidants, fatty fish like salmon or sardines, packed with omega-3 south to protect brain cells. Asterisk, berries, full of polyphenols that reduce inflammation. Asterisk, nuts and seeds provide vitamin E, magnesium, and brain-healthy fats. Whole grains to keep blood sugar stable and support circulation. And remember, These foods don't just protect your brain, they support your heart, bones, mood, and mobility too. You're not just eating, you're healing with every single bite. Final wake-up call. Awareness is your best medicine at this stage in life. Every choice matters more than ever. And the truth is, it's not simply the pills you take, but your understanding of them that truly safeguards your health. Your body at 60, 70, or 80 doesn't process supplements the same way it did decades ago. Even well-intentioned habits like taking vitamins can quietly backfire if you're not vigilant. That's why awareness is your most powerful medicine. Asterisk, you don't need to fear vitamins, but you do need to respect them. Read the labels. Ask your doctor. Most importantly, listen to your body, especially when it whispers. If any part of this video resonated with you, tell me in the comments, what's one change you'll make starting tomorrow? If you found this helpful, please give it a like to help others discover it too. And don't forget to subscribe to What To? Eat Over 60, so we can keep learning, growing, and staying strong together. You're not alone on this journey, and you're never too old to take back control of your health.